Okay, well, let's see if this works. Hi, everybody. My name is Angel Lumpkin. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Um, I've talked about doing this for years. I started this what seems like a decade ago, but never actually did it. Um, but here we are. Um, I'm going to start this somewhat daily vlog where I come on here and I do a makeup look. Um, in an effort to change how I feel about myself. Um, it's been a really long time um, since I've done makeup on a daily basis uh, in an effort to make myself feel better about myself and the way that I look, about my body dysmorphia of feeling either hyper feminine or hyper masculine. Tonight we are doing a smoky eye, which is not something that I do on a daily basis. Actually, I never do smoky eyes. At least not a black smoky eye. I do normal brown smoky eyes, but that's just something that like everyone learns to do when they first start doing makeup. I think one of the most basics criteria that people learn. Sorry, let me clear up my makeup counter. When people start doing their makeup is a simple black, brown, and then one or two different colorful looks. Um, I kind of went straight into colorful makeup. And I did start with just natural browns and golds. I never did blacks because I didn't think that blacks were really what I personally like best in. Um, Sorry. I've got to get used to this. Hello to the world. And yes, I'm a shit typer, okay? Literally. Hello to the world. This is kind of just a dry run of something that I've never done before. I'm going to start with my Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. I'm going to bring it in closer for the camera. This is the Nubian 2. It's one of my newer palettes. I'm absolutely obsessed. I'm going to go in with the color and shade Madagascar right here above my finger, right here. This is going to be the base of my eye. And I'm just going to get this wet for like 5 seconds. I do tend to use multiple mirrors when I'm doing makeup. I've also never done makeup while staring directly at my laptop camera. This is a little new and different for me. So I'm probably going to be zoned out for half the time that I'm doing this. And I don't really expect anyone to jump in to watch this other than my friend Jasmine. Again, this is not something that I thought I was going to do, but I'm kind of lonely right now, which I feel like anyone that has ever wanted to do makeup, every friend that you have ever had is busy the exact moment that you want to do makeup with someone. And to anyone that has ever done makeup, I feel like you know exactly what I mean when I say that. So I'm going to take that Madagascar shade, which is the second flat 10 channel on this palette right here where my brush is. I'm going to take that and I'm going to lay that all over the inner crease of my eye, starting from the inner of my tear duct. And I'm going to take it all the way up through my brow, right here underneath my brow. I know I don't have any eyebrows. So right in through here and swing it out over here. And that's just going to give us a little foundation. Now I'm doing a smoky eye, so I'm just going to pack that color in there. And it's going to give some serious definition and darken. See, it's already darkened and given like that shadow when you compare it to this side. Can you see how dark it's taken just by me packing in that color from that Madagascar shade straight onto my eye? And then we're going to mirror that on the other side. We're going to take that again all the way out. And there. Just like that. Serious definition. It goes from like super light to super dark really quickly. And we're just packing that color in. We're not really trying to blend this out or make this look pretty. We just want some serious coverage. And we want to take that out to right about there to give it a nice bold wing. Okay? And we're just going to mirror that on the other side. And this can all be cleaned up later with makeup wipes or remover. Right now, I'm not using either one of those, but it is an option. If you don't have any of those, just clean water and a paper towel will take off any form of makeup really quickly. I've already gone ahead and I've gone ahead and done my foundation. Also, I apologize for how grainy this video looks, seeing as I don't have a professional webcam, seeing as I'm starting this YouTube channel kind of on the fly, which is fine. I feel like how most YouTube artists, when they first start their channels, get started. And then they build a career onward and upward. So now that we've laid our foundation for our smoky eye, I'm going to go in with a red color. So again, with this Juvia Palace Nubian 2, I'm going to go straight down for Jezebel. I know it's hard to show the resolution and vibrant colors of a palette like this on a laptop. Again, I don't have a really good camera. But we're just going to pick some of that Jezebel. And we're going to, again, just start to deepen this look by going through our inner crease back and forth. Now, we aren't packing on color at this point. This color time, we're kind of trying to build transition shades to make this smoky eye deeper in its color. So we're going to go back and forth with a swiping motion. Now, some people said that when I start my YouTube channel, it might come easy to me because of how much I have to talk on a daily basis. And it's true. I work for Starbucks, so I'm constantly having to hold conversations with people, whether looking them in their eye or while multitasking. Not something that everyone can do. See how just quickly this has changed the definition. And you want to focus right on your outer tear duct and that crease that you've created for your natural eyelid. And you're just going to keep swiping back and forth with a effortless blending motion. You want to blend that up just a little bit, not a lot, not too much. Not too much. But small circular motions really do work best. God, I wish I had a better camera. Okay. Now that I've gone ahead and added this red, we're going to go in with an even deeper shade of color. We're going to go in again with the Nubian Palette 2 by Juvia. We're going to go in with the color Kenya, which is all the way down at the bottom where my brush is hitting now. This is a deep chocolate color. We're going to pack that right on top of that mauve reddish color that I was just speaking about. We're just going to take it right over. Start blending that on top. And don't worry about any follow-up that happens while you're doing your makeup this way. This all can be corrected later. You're going to do that same swiping motion. And honestly, I'm going to switch back to a different brush on this one. I might switch to that first brush that I was using earlier because it does pack on cover so quickly. Wow. Watching these shades change so quickly. Okay. Deepen and intensify. Now, I'm going to do something that I normally don't do. I'm going to try a new method. I've never tried this method before, but I'm intrigued. Now, okay. So, I am going to use a liquid eyeliner for my black. This is going to give it a serious matte color that I'm going for, at least the look I'm going for. I want it to be a serious matte black. And I'm just going to pat that on with a flat brush. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're gonna make it work. This is going to be an interesting idea. Yeah. Make this work. Let's try it out. Okay. Now that I'm packing this all on my lid, I'm going to start to blend this out in a minute. While it's still wet, to give it a real nice smoky look. Now, there's a very specific brush I want to use. Yes, this one. Okay. Yes. Now we're just gonna start blending. I don't know. I gotta say, I'm not too upset with the results of what I've decided that I wanted to do with this. It's working out kind of how I had intended, at least. Okay. I'm trusting the process. Trusting the blending process. Okay. So, packed on that matte black. And it is going to crack. And that's fine. Because the wonderful thing that I love about makeup is that if your makeup cracks, there are multiple ways to fix it. Okay. I'm going to go in with an actual black shadow by the Maddie Ziegler palette. I'm going to go in with the color Pantera. This is okay. This one. Okay. Alrighty. Now, we're going to go back to that Juvia's Place Nubian palette 2. Take that Madagascar up one more time. And just slightly bring out that shadow right above Take that over just a little bit one more time. We're going to do that on both sides. Just to redefine that first transition shade that we started earlier tonight when I first hopped on. This has turned out so much better than I had anticipated or expected. I apologize, I keep looking over to the left of me, or to the right of me. I'm getting ready to go out with my friend tonight. I told her that I was going to do my makeup. I'm going to go in. I'm going to remove makeup from one of my brushes. I just want to remove any makeup from this brush for what I'm about to do next. I'm going to cut my crease. First, I'm going to pick up all my makeup brushes and move them the hell out of the way. I'm going to throw a little micellar water into a tin container. I'm going to pick that up with my makeup brush. And I'm going to, just right in the center of my eye, take off some of that black. And I am going to put it back. But right now, I just want to remove it out of the way. I just want it gone. And the reason why I want it gone is because I want a easy surface to lay down my eyeshadow primer, which I will pack on with the matte black by the Maddie Ziegler palette in the shade, one more time, Pantera. I'm doing this on both sides, as you can see. I've decided to do this. Okay. We're going to go back into that micellar water one more time. And we are just going to, again, almost essentially cut a crease without actually cutting one, because we are putting color back onto the area that we are removing. And it is okay if your makeup or shadow runs down your face. That's what micellar water is for. That's what extra foundation is for. Now that I've gone ahead and done that, I'm going to remove any excess water or makeup micellar from that brush that I was just using, because we are going to use that as a flat surface to cut a crease. I just tapped that on my hand. As you can see, my hand is full of just makeups and attempts and tries at different practices with makeup. We are going to cut our crease essentially, even though our crease is literally just going to go back to black. But I wanted a smooth transition because now that I've gotten the perfect smoky with the, what did I use? Revolution liquid liner by Makeup Revolution. We're going to go back over that with black eyeshadow. now that we've created the perfect smoky eye. So we're just gonna cut a crease and go back over that with serious just black. Sorry, I keep looking to the right because a friend of mine is reacting to a message. Honestly, I thought she had popped in just a little bit earlier to watch my live. She might still be working though, so at some point she'll hop on here and I'll get a chance to say hello to my HP. I must look like a batshit crazy person. This is such an odd, surreal thing to do. For anyone that's new to getting into the game, how awkward was it when you first started making YouTube channels? Because this is weird to me. It's weird only in the sense that, like, I've never experienced having to look at myself in a mirror, like a mirror reflection, 3 different mirror surfaces at one time, because I've got a mirror facing directly ahead of me. I've got my Mean Girls hand mirror, and then I've got a reflection of myself that I can look at on my computer. It's quite strange, to say the least. It's quite strange. It's quite strange, I have to say. It's a very odd, strange sensation. And like I said, we're just going to go right back over what we just laid down. And it's going to give us an odd gray shade at first, which is fine, because we're going to go right back over that in a minute with a deeper flat brush, which is literally just going to pack on that color. I'm going to pack on that color. I'm just trying to make sure that there are no harsh lines for the crease for when I start laying down this color. Because I'm just going to lay this color back down. I'm going to lay this black down on this eyeshadow base like it was always there. And it is going to look for a second like I have always. Sorry, again. Just looking back and forth at messages that I see pop up over and over again. Yep. Just like that, the harsh line that I was worried about is gone. And packing on this color is a very odd sensation because I normally don't ever wear this much black. Ever. I never wear this much black in eyeshadow. I don't ever do black shadows like this. Right now, I must look like a hot, crazy mess to everyone that is watching this. I promise it looks better off this specific camera. And I will be posting photos to my Instagram, which I will link below. Once I figure out how to link below. My Instagram account is AngelsA*317. Literally all of my handles are AngelsA*317. No spaces. I was not expecting to do. I wanted to do a dark eyeshadow look tonight. I really did. And then I almost gave up because my first attempt at this made me really very, very upset. and I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna do a basic brown look. But I was like, I don't give up. I don't ever give up, especially when it's something that I've never done before. I continue to not be good at. And this took me 30 minutes to do, roughly about 30 minutes to do. So every time I attempt something new, it takes me longer than it would a look that I've done maybe 1,000 times. I've never done a makeup look 1,000 times, but you get the gist. I've done some makeup looks probably 40 or 50 times at this point in my life. I've been doing makeup. You know what? I couldn't say 1,000 times because I've been doing makeup for 5 years, for fuck's sake. So when you do a very specific type of makeup look, especially a brown and gold look, you can get it done in 5 minutes. If you really just want crap makeup, you can get it done in 3. If you want it to look semi-decent, you can do it in 5. And if you want it to look really good, because you've got somewhere to be, take 15 minutes to do it. Especially if you've done it every day for 5 years. This took me, like I said, roughly a little over 30 minutes. I want to get this down to 10 minutes. A 10-minute smoky eye is what I want. And I'm not mad at how this currently looks, which can say something to just the fact that my skills as a makeup artist have grown. I am going to, have mercy. When you have thick thighs and they stick to any type of, what do you call those materials? Leather material. I know this is an awful way to remove makeup. I don't have any makeup wipes. I do, however, have micellar water. Some people use face rags or face cloths or makeup remover sponges or even little cotton swabs that were specifically made to remove any type of makeup or foundation or sunscreen. I do not have any of those currently. I do, however, have micellar water. So for years, I've been removing some of my makeup depending on what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, just like this. I'm going to remove the excess shadow underneath my eyes and redo my foundation underneath my eye. I'm just going to take off the lower half of my makeup. Just so quickly. Which is why I love micellar water. It can take off anything and everything that you want to remove very quickly. I'm going to take that all the way up and over this way without destroying my makeup look. Again, removing the makeup underneath my eye. I'm going to swipe this all the way up in one direction, removing any makeup underneath the lower half of my face, as to make sure that there are no black streaks on my face. I'm going to repeat said step with the rest of the lower half of my foundation, which is fine. I have a really, really wonderful foundation that builds really quickly and easily. I'm just going to emulsify the makeup at the bottom half of my face and redo it. Some people get really annoyed by this, but like I said, I've been doing my makeup for 5 years. Taking off my makeup never pisses me off because there have been days where I've done my makeup and spent 2 hours doing my makeup and had to remove my makeup just to start completely over on my makeup, which is a really, really annoying thing to do. But I am nowhere near the level currently that I was then. I am so farther more progressed in what I do for makeup. I am leaning backwards because I feel like I've lost my makeup sponge for my foundation, which tends to happen when I start doing my makeup. There it is. Come on. Oh, have mercy. Okay. Okay. Now that I've removed the makeup from the bottom half of my face, I'm going to remove the makeup from my hand, because the less makeup I have my hands, the easier it is for me to do what I need to do. I am actually just going to emulsify the fuck out of my hand with my micellar water right now. And emulsify just means remove every single drop of makeup with friction, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just getting rid of all the makeup on my hand because doing so allows me to have a smooth, clean surface. God, I keep dropping this damn fucking makeup sponge. If you're a makeup artist, you know, you know. So I'm going to throw some pumps of foundation onto my hand. I'm currently using the NARS light reflecting foundation called Glassware in the shade Aruba. I swear by this foundation. I've been using the same foundation for the past 5 years. Literally, it hasn't been 5 years because I buy new foundation, but I've been using the Born This Way 24-hour undetectable super long wear foundation. I swore by this foundation for so long that I refuse to branch out into other makeups, because I've done the L'Oreal. I think this is Maybelline, which is a tinted moisturizer that I have. And I've used them and I've been like, oh, this is just, it's not my makeup. And I've been like really shitty sometimes. Like I get really overly like pissed off that like I'm not using the makeup that I would use on a daily basis. I'd be like, nah, this isn't it. This ain't it, folks. This ain't it, folks. This ain't the makeup brand that I want to use. And I get pissy and I'd be like, my makeup just doesn't look right. And I was like, screw it. I really need to start branching out into some other brands. My best friend, Jocelyn, who I also wanted to start a YouTube channel with, who I probably will at this point, seeing as I'm just so randomly happenstancely doing it today. She and I have been talking about doing a YouTube channel forever. She has always talked about using NARS foundation, and her makeup has always looked flawless, and I just never bought into it. I was just like, okay, fine, whatever. You swear by it because it's what you use. She also likes the Fenty foundation, which is fine. It's just, it oxidizes so quickly that it gives you almost zero chance to really blend your foundation seamlessly without there being any issue. Now, I didn't listen to her until I went shopping for foundation. I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy NARS because she's always talking about it. And they had just launched this light reflecting foundation and glassware. I tested it out. I had them swatch me, and it was literally the best decision I've made in a really long time. I swear by this foundation. I wish I could be a beauty influencer about this foundation. It works. It works. It's a medium to full coverage. What I like most about it is that it's a buildable foundation. Um, you can throw it on top of your makeup and it still looks flawless. What I like is that you see how it's giving me this natural glow, which is exactly what I was looking for. It leaves this light reflecting, like my skin looks dewy. That's what I wanted. I wanted to go for a dewy foundation that wasn't going to look too heavy or cakey, that would be matte in very specific portions of my face, so it wouldn't give me just this like sheen that made me look oily. That's something that I'm always worried about, because of my job. I'm always sweating. I don't want to look oily. I've never wanted to look oily, but I want a dewy finish. And this foundation by NARS hit every criteria. It's lightwear. It's a buildable coverage. Makes my skin look flawless. I've never had an issue with this specific color, like a foundation. Like, I think this color suits me really well. And I just flawlessly love it. But yeah. So here we are now. The one thing that I hate about makeup is that my eyes never match. I feel like my eyes never match. But I also have one eye that's bigger than the other, so that's always going to be the fucking case. I'm going to throw on some lip gloss real quick because my lips are chapped. Yes, I throw on lip gloss instead of chapstick. My lips are chapped. Okay. And it's literally like not transfer proof. That's what I like about this foundation. I just set this foundation and like, you know how sometimes you put on foundation then you're just like, oh, like it moves so quickly and so easily. This shit doesn't move. I fucking love that. So I can literally just go in and just pat my face and be like, okay. It does have like the smallest amount of transfer, but like comparatively, like, you know, ladies, you know, if you're a makeup guru, you know exactly what I mean by this shit doesn't move, and how some foundations you put your hand on it and it just immediately moves. Because my face, just like, just do this, and like all of your makeup is like on your hand. This has the smallest amount of fucking transfer. Like this right here is the least amount of transfer I've ever gotten from a foundation ever, and that includes Maybelline and Too Faced. Now that I've gone ahead and I have created the smoky eye, I'm going to go back in with the Nubian palette. Palette 2. This is the second palette that they've come out with, the Nubian. I've got the Warriors by Juvia, the Warrior 2. I had the original Nubian palette. I don't know what happened to her. She's around here somewhere in the 1,500 fucking palettes that I own. I'm going to go back in with Madagascar again. And do you remember how I said we were dragging just out to make it angular? Makeup look. We're just going to reconnect that since we took off the lower half of our foundation. We're going to just connect that, you know? Create that angled wing look. Okay. I'm going to take that Madagascar down the side of my nose for some light contouring. We're going to connect these two. Alrighty, I've been on live for a little over 40 minutes. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to finish my makeup off camera. And I appreciate you guys for coming and checking out my video. For those of you who came and checked out my video, even though I think only one person viewed my video for like 5 seconds. Thank you again. You guys have a good night. This is the finished product. I will be posting photos of the look on my Instagram and my Snapchat. Both are Angels A Star 317, just like this YouTube channel. All right. Bye, guys.